Parasha Meditation, Parashat Mishpatim, we're called upon to infuse our mundane daily life with both awe and love of God. That's so important. I was just reading a book about Daniel, a Jewish author and everything, but it had such Christian undertones. And it was mainly, I said, I'm taking it out of the Midrasha library because it's all about God is love, God is love, God is only love. But in the Torah, God is both love and awe. We need both. So, okay, so that we're going to talk about the pain and suffering that is depicted in this week's Parsha as a brickwork that we can transform with Hashem's help to the most brilliant sapphire. And sapphire is one of my favorite stones. So that's what I have on my engagement ring because the diamond fell out. Much cheaper, but I like it more actually. So God endows us with light to see more clearly, to see the sparks hidden in the lowest places. That they were truly in a hidden way sources of light and joy in our lives, just like the book of Esther, Megillat Esther, which we see that all the pain and suffering was transformed to joy and exhilaration. So this is what this month of Adar that we're going into soon is going to be about. This is a month in which our pain and agony was transformed to simcha, happiness and joy. And so let's really try to do our best to use this opportune month to really connect with that joy, that hidden joy that is available for us if we believe in it. And so there is a story in Parshas Mishpatim. Maybe it's not such a well-known story, so I'm going to tell it to you. It says, when Moshe, Aaron, Nadav, and Avihu, together with the 70 elders, they ascended the mountain, like before giving of the Torah, they see an amazing vision of God. And this is how it's described in our Parashat Mishpatim. I think I'll just read it in English. They saw the God of Israel, and under his feet was like sapphire brickwork, and the likeness of heaven for clearness. In Hebrew, it's very beautiful. Uke'etzem hashamayim latohar. Tohar means also purity. I translated here as clearness. He, God, did not lay his hands on the nobles of Israel, although they beheld God while eating and drinking. So what's going on here? It's something strange. It seems to insinuate that God was supposed to lay his hand on the nobles of Israel. Who are the nobles of Israel? They are Nadav and Avihu. And they did deserve to have God laying his hand on them, meaning to punish them, to do away with them. But he didn't do it. Even though, what did they do that made them liable? They beheld God while eating and drinking. There was something not right in their way. They had a vision of the highest, most sublime, without giving proper respect to it. This is in a simple meaning, because they were eating and drinking at the same time. Rashi explains that Nadav and Avihu and the elders deserved that God should stretch forth his hands against them. Like I said, because they gazed at God intimately, and at the same time as they were involved in eating and drinking. Although the mundane can be sanctified and eating and drinking can be a deep way of connecting to God, we still must be very careful not to desecrate the sacred by lowering it to the level of our physical needs. So let's try to understand it. It really is a very beautiful vision that they had. There was sapphire bricks. These beautiful sapphire bricks in Hashem's presence were below his feet. And so Rashi explains that this vision becomes a stark reminder of the harshest realities of Jewish suffering in the world. Because those bricks, what do they remind us of? The bricks that the Jewish people have had to make in order to to make the pyramids for the Egyptians in their slavery. So there's a lot of suffering in that vision, but at the same time, there's also comfort in the vision. It's the comfort to know that God feels our pain, that our painful experiences are before God. And that teaches us that we can connect with God, even the most painful reality of this world. We can approach him through our pain and weakness. So we can also look at this verse in praise of the nobles of Israel, that we have to permeate the pleasures of this world with love and fear of God. Because the word for Ha-Elokim that's used to, the God that they saw, it denotes judgment and awe. Whereas beholding and seeing is associated with love. So in a way, like the nobles of Israel, they had both love and awe when they saw this vision of Hashem. And this is like what we sing at third meal and also in the beginning of Shabbat, the hymn that's called Yedid Nefesh. Adonai ziv haolam nafshi cholan avatecha anae. Wait, how's it go? Wait, what it means, well, I got a little mixed up here. Please, God, heal her now by showing her the pleasantness of your radiance. And so it's like about love, but there's also awe in it. Like when it says, he did not lay his hand on the nobles of Israel, meaning the impure extraneous forces did not have power over the nobles of Israel because of the awe of God which they had, which almost always must precede love of God. As it states in Tehillim, Reshit Chochmat Yirat Hashem, the beginning of love is fear or awe of God. So awe is the foundation of everything, and that's what it says in the beginning of the Shulchan Aruch. It says, I place Hashem before me always. We should always put in our heart the great King Hashem, that he stands before us in deeds and he sees our deeds, and that brings us to awe of Hashem. So one way to do this is to visualize the name of God, the letters of the name of God, Yud and He and Vav and He, with the vowels of Yira'ah, with the vowels of awe. And that's like Yud He, Yich, and then Vav He, V. I am reading from my book, the Parasha Meditation book of Shemot.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're gonna do the meditation. So sit comfortably with your back straight and close your eyes. Take several deep breaths and clear your mind. Do an internal body scan to get in touch with any pain or discomfort you may hold in any part of your body. As you continue breathing slowly, get in touch with this discomfort and try to sense the root of your pain. Perhaps a headache could be caused by stress. A stomachache may be caused by not feeling appreciated, etc. Breathe deeply while you slowly recite Shiviti Hashem lenegedi tamid. I have set Hashem always before me. Inhale Shiviti, exhale Hashem. Inhale lenegedi, like before me. Exhale tamid, always. Let's do it another 2 times. Shiviti, inhale. Exhale Hashem. Shiviti lenegedi. Exhale tamid. One last time. Shiviti, inhale. No. Yeah. Hashem, exhale. Inhale lenegedi and exhale tamid. Envision Hashem, the King of Kings, standing before you, seeing everything you do and feel. Visualize His greatness before you, knowing you inside and out. Inhale deeply and allow your heart to become filled with the knowledge that there is a law and there is a lawgiver. Exhale while focusing on your heart energy center, imagining Hashem standing before you, feeling His presence deeply in your heart. Now, before turning to Hashem for help, realize that you are in pain and you experience a lack, an emptiness inside. Recognize that you cannot save yourself from this place. No slave ever escaped Egypt, nor redeemed himself. Get in touch with your smallness and your helplessness. Allow yourself to feel how Hashem's presence is with you within your pain. Keep breathing as you open yourself to feel how Hashem's light is right there, especially within your deepest pain. Now ask Hashem to remove your pain and its deepest root. Envision your hurt being uprooted like a tree as Hashem's light fills it with His glorious presence and the discomfort is lifted away. Get in touch with your feelings in the place of your discomfort. Do you feel any lighter, a little relieved? In case you still feel pain, repeat visualizing Hashem's light inside of your pain, removing it, uprooting it. It may take repeated tries, as your pain often contains multiple layers. Visualize the shining, brilliant brickwork of sapphire with sparkling blue colors, lucid like the heaven in purity on a bright, clear day. Try to hold this vision for 5 slow breaths or more. Get in touch with the joy of the brilliant sapphire imagery. Allow the joy to penetrate your entire being. Here's my sapphire, if you could see it. Delight in the beauty that you behold, in the beauty of bringing Hashem into every aspect of your life. Allow yourself to be filled completely with love of Hashem and desire to bask in His light. When you're ready, slowly tap your feet on the ground and then open your eyes.